with me, Piroteus. In this game, which is basically a resource management and base building simulator, we are tasked to terraform Mars. And what better to send to Mars than an AC unit to change the climate? Although in this case, AC doesn't stand so much for air conditioner, but for artificial consciousness, which is a self-aware artificial intelligence. But nonetheless, we are pretty much a glorified air conditioner because that's our main goal. That's why we were sent here, and we will control our little robot minions from space. There are certain similarities to games like Surviving Mars or Terraforming Mars, mostly in the way that to terraform Mars there are certain ways you can do it and certain ways that are pretty, well, not quite as efficient, but it could possibly be seen. And as I don't have too much knowledge of the game, but we do have a fair amount of choice, we can reach our goals in multiple ways from the way I've seen, and we will learn more about ourselves and about the world we interact with, and it will be a fun journey. I do preface to say I want to go about on the haywire way of the artificial unconsciousness, get a little fragmented in my memories, get a little erratic, because I'm pretty sure most people just play, oh yeah, I got my homies, I be nice to them. But I want to do it something a little bit different. I want to see how far we can push the game in story mode, in the campaign mode, and what comes out of it. If it's a bad ending, well, it's an ending. There are no really bad endings, they're just not classically optimized good endings from one perspective, but now we are arguing about semantics, about good and evil and standpoints, and that's why we will disable this nice little background picture you've been seeing the entire time from the artwork of the game and enter the game itself. Here we are, new game, new campaign, once upon a time on Mars. Oh, it's a fairy story about an advanced NI with prime directive for terraforming Mars. I already said that. Following your arm path and discover what awaits you at the end of this thrilling story. Please be a good player and don't spoil the endings. Well, you know what? I will spoil this ending. Everybody is warned. This will contain spoilers if you watch it too much. But it's been weeks, months since this game has been out, so it's kind of like everything. After a certain point, you can tell people that, spoiler alert, for Harry Potter, Dumbledore dies. It's been years past. I haven't... No, you can't blame it on me. It's been years, it's common knowledge. We will play on easy since I have only watched about an hour of video footage from other YouTubers and streamers. Just enough to say, hey, this game is interesting and maybe it will help my pronunciation vocabulary, because the entire point of this channel is me improving my spoken English instead of my written English, which is pretty much rotten. Yeah, it's rotten written. Maybe I can make a TV show, you know, like Little Britain, but Rotten Britain. Rotten Britain from a non-British person? Whoa, that will go down well. But it doesn't need to be difficult. Average difficulty will test your skills and player, but allowing you to advance at a stable pace. Average resources, limited resources, construction cost time, decay rate, limited resource. Oh, so we can pretty much scrap for everything. Well, let's initialize. Why are we waiting? Good old cinema chance. Yeah, I'm up. I'm clicking. Layla Bursons, Troy Baker, Phil Lamar, Yong Yan, Mars. Lindsay Mural proudly presents another name, Neka Okoye. I hope I pronounced that right. Sorry for thing. A raw fury of a game. A Tlun Industry Games. A beautiful topographic map. It's actually really, I like it. I like it a lot. So, here we are. WASD to move. Pause button. Nice little grainy film to say, yeah, we're paused. Build an aluminum mine. We just woke up. We don't really know what we do. So here we are. Building menus. Core buildings. Hub buildings. This is a lander. Pretty much what you arrived on the planet, or what your little drones arrived on at the planet. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, what was? Oh yeah, right click. Tilt. There we go. There we go. And it looks nice. This is one of our little drone rovers who will rush around delivering resources to all our little expansions. I really like the map. It looks great. Here we got some resources. Aluminum or aluminium, however you want to say it. I prefer aluminium because that's how I learned it and that's how I will keep it. Directly from above on the top left. On the top left you can see nothing. A little bit below there are mission directives. Build an aluminium mine. And now we drop to the top in the middle. Speed meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times speed. Year, month, soul. Soul would be day. I'm pretty sure it's calculated in Martian days, months, and years. So, on the top of my head, I don't really know the ratio between Mars days. I mean, Earth day is 24 hours, and Mars days are, I don't really know. Traffic highlights, multiple ways to see. Power, the range of the power that our little landing site can supply. Our little landing site comes with a few, solar panels pre-installed. I think that's where the energy comes from. Maybe it's got a little fission reactor. Height meter. The darker the earth, the lower down. So this here is probably once an ancient seabed. The lighter, the higher it's up. So we got a little plateau. We're pretty much bang in the middle. Its height in kilometers. So the first thing you can see, this is Mars. This is our structure. We're not building small here. We're building real freaking big buildings. This little upside down rover now is probably larger than in your general truck. Probably larger than one of those giant road crane trucks they got in Australia. Which, first time I saw those, woo! Yeah. Knowledge bias, so pretty much like your resources, primary resource. What do we know about aluminium? Aluminium is the third most common element in Martian crust. It's like ductile. That's the point where my English language leaves me completely alone, because I have absolutely ductile. I can guess, but actually I don't know. I pretty much have to pause and look up what the hell is ductile. See you. Aha, it's flexible, it's easy to form, to stretch, it's malleable. Well, learned a new adjective, ductile. And very strong. It's idea of material for building, power building, military building, colony building. So, yeah, here we find the first little spoiler, because in the first hour you don't really know that it's an entirely civilian operation. There is no need for military factories. But here we can see it can be used for military buildings, which means we will get military mines. What do they extract? The power they need. Construction costs. It's pretty clean, pretty simple. Top right, menu. Well, what do you expect? It's a menu. We'll find everything you're looking for. Your language options, video, general, audio, controls. It's all here, all you need. I'm really happy about the amount of resolutions you can select in the video options and the resolution options. Full screen, windowed mode, even the hertz, whatever fits your monitor the best. I'm playing on a 21:9 monitor, but I prefer to use only 16:9. So I got on the side for recording software, OBS, maybe overview so I can see how long the video is running, etc. And you know what? I'm waffling up way too much. So let's build the aluminium mine. We can see our range, what it inputs, what it outputs. At the beginning, our resources are limited to 674 units of raw aluminium, which will be processed into 674 units of, well, processed, that's the name. You can see the dotted line shows us the range of our rovers. That's how far they will connect. In other building modes, we will see, you can see prioritize if you run into, let's say, energy shortages. Oh, yeah, I was a little bit off. I really like, you can see the planning of what's the most optimal way for our little rover to run up and up, and we got a call incoming. Well, hello.
Amy, this is ISA Mission Control calling from Earth. Are you with us? Do you copy?
Affirmative, Houston. And the view is marvelous.
Oh, we are glad to hear that. Let's get your initialization underway. The primary Mars module has already touched down at the designated landing zone, so it's time for you to take control of the mission. The main directives are displayed on the left edge of your display. Follow them to set up the initial base on Mars' surface. I'll give you some time to settle in. When you're ready, go ahead and initiate our terraforming mission. Houston out.
Well, thank you, Houston. And I will. So I need a silicon mine. This is my silicon. It's in reach. And now, let's go to speed 1. Screw 'em a little. The pathfinding. It's really cool. Calculating, taking some spots. At first I thought it was kind of reminded me a bit on the old Settler games, where you would choose your most optimal path. So I want it close. But I think it needs distributing.
The view of Mars from up here is
so
fascinating.
Maybe here?
The landscape is so cratered and desolate. Wait, this is my voice that I am hearing. It's me. I am talking to myself. I must be verbalizing my thoughts as I process them. What an interesting function. I would like to test this some more. What other observations can I make about Mars?
Well, I'm not really that inspired by it, but it's distracting.
I keep marveling at its carmine landscape.
I built this silicon processing facility, the glass kiln, between those two, because I think that's mostly where we'll need it. Probably everything gets here in the storage from the hub and gets then distributed. The short production ways are the key to most of these games. Got a little Rovi running around. Can I click on you and follow you? No, I can't, but that's okay. Everything's going on. On the bottom, we can see our resources trending up, trending down. What's our total reserves in raw materials? Glass, steel, electronics. There we got some carbon. So we need silicon for glass, and we will probably need silicon for electronics as well. But first we want to get some more power. Only thing we got available to us now are these sun arrays, solar power, and you can see that's the maximum length where the power cables can be stretched to. So even if I were to set another glass kiln or any production facility here where the internal, the rover distance would be okay to stretch, it would be outside of power range, and I would have a little problem by that. I'm not really sure if these places of interest that you can see around, if they are randomly generated or if they are static. I think a few are static because they really correlate to past Mars missions, like what's the name? What's the name of the rover that lasted about 3 years longer than it should? That's gonna nag at me. I don't remember. There's a rover. It got way further than it ever thought it would, and maybe we can find it. Also, we don't really know what year we start because we are counting from our own awakening, our own Mars calendar of here we are. It's now been 1 year, 78 hours. So we don't really have that much knowledge of what Earth time is. So where do we think we will want to expand? Probably up towards here, down south more. But I think this is a rather large plane. And I still have to be within the yellow, so maybe I will go over here. Just so I can grab the most... Oh, no, let's go down south. So I can grab the most space for future buildings. We will need 2 aluminum, 2 electronics, 2 things. Stop slowing it down. Play the game. Play it fast. A steel factory needs rocks. Ooh, what's this? Iron. But oh, there's an iron mine. Oh, it's there. Okay. We need iron and carbon, which now leads to a little bit of traffic congestion because but we need more iron than we need carbon, so we built our... Oh yes, what do you want?
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
Copy. Reading you loud and clear.
Excellent. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I am Dr. Nathan Foster. I lead the team here at ISA that built you, and I'll be helping you get the mission underway. We put you in hibernation for the trip from Earth, so I'd like to check your basic functions to make sure it's all in order. Why don't we start with your core memory? Can you state your primary directive?
I am here to subjugate all little meat bags. No, I do remember. Oh, I always wanted to know what happens when the answer times out. We're gonna wait.
I am afraid that I cannot.
Oh, it's
okay.
just random.
Your system may need more time to initialize. In the meantime, you can always refer to the mission guidelines.
It could be also a way
in
to play if you
upper
were
left
streaming
corner
the
of your
game
display
and
there.
you can play it rather fast.
You'll also have a built-in knowledge base. You can always access your operational directives there. All right. Next, I'd like to check your decision-making processes. You may have already noticed that there are resource veins outside the boundaries of your initial base. So your workers may not have the battery capacity to reach some of them. How would you solve this problem?
Hey, worker hub,
Building
because I
worker
need
hubs
more
between the
workers.
resources and the base would solve the problem.
Yes, that's correct. Other buildings would extend your base as well, but they require more power and resources, so worker hubs are the most efficient way to do it. This mission's going to be a challenge. There's a lot that can go wrong. We expect to extend humanity's reach beyond anything previously achieved. But you are not just any AI system. You're well beyond that. We made you an artificial consciousness. That means that you have both self-awareness and self-interest. And that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative aspect of yourself?
I'm not gonna tell you. Error 773404, page not found.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. My cognitive system returned an error searching for that answer.
Roger that, nothing to worry about. Just means your system requires more input and experience to process that question. That will come with time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
Ooh, I get my meat bags. So we need to transport the carbon over to the steel mine, which is a rather long journey, and I only have one drone yet, so it's a little bit annoying. But what I really like is, look at the solar panels. They are individual buildings. In most games, what you will notice is that every solar panel is on a single plane with the main building, and if there was an indenture like this one here in the planet, it would just float above it. But no! Every single item makes contact with the ground. That's nice detail. I really like this in production. 99% is our maintenance, which we will get to a little bit later. For now we will building, well, base building. I'm 16. Come on, my little rover. Work! Ooh, please. How much energy we got? Worker factory available. This is one I really need, because we can see our one little rover drone here is working.
Great. Now I can produce steel. This new factory, it's down on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here. So does that make it a part of me? Where does the machine end, and my artificial consciousness begin?
Well, we are one.
We are completely interconnected. I can sense everything that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface, so that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one, an inseparable whole.
Come on, thread the needle. Is there one? Okay. Parts factory, we will need iron and aluminium. No, I also say aluminum. So I will place them between the iron mine and the aluminum mine, so I don't have too much sidewalks. Place it down. So with that we got the parts factory, and we need the electronics factory, which is silicon and aluminium, which would also be between those two. Nope. If there are a little fewer craters around here, I would be so happy. Oh god, I can actually place it. This is great! Later on we will get the... whatchamacallit. Oh, not the possibility. Oh, language, you left me alone. My brain has run down. Great. Once again. I'm so sorry you have to see me like that. Oh, the shame. Oh, the manatees. Humans and otherwise. So I wanna... Ideally I get this in the middle. So we are close to electronics, iron. This one, the steel factory. Steel is worst for me right now. Okay, we put it in the middle. Get it as concentrated as possible. Shortest ways. I hope we don't find any resources down here. If we do, we can deconstruct and reconstruct somewhere else. As we saw in the difficulties, we should be able to... Sorry, speed up. We should be able to reclaim most of the resources we spent building. But what we really need are more workers, 4 more worker hubs, so we can spread the load. Let's see, we got 1 worker, we could scrap it, the load is... Really? It's not overloaded yet? Okay. Oh yeah, we're in yellow, we're not in the red zone. How much the road is used? I really like it. There's some nice little details everywhere. And nice overviews. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of places where we can see more. Power overview, if you're running down on power and you say, oh yo, I really need to create more resources to build a new power plant, you can shut down different places and say, okay, you don't run, I need the power here, and here.
Finally, I can build additional workers now. I will appreciate the extra hands. But I wonder, do I really need them?
They will give the mission... No, they're not new.
They will boost my functionality greatly. Having more workers will expand my physical domain over this planet.
Oh, yeah. Talking of which, there we got it. Power shutdown. Non-necessary stuff will get shut down. Yes. Good English, mean. You're talking like a Jaja. Good English. So, since this is the only really workplace in progress, it already gets every resource it needs prioritized. Everything else it may need a little bit of construction polymers. Yes. Not just the spice must flow. Oh, no longer pride. Get away, boy. Alright, build a maintenance facility.
The worker factories will be so helpful. The workers will take care of the manual operations, while I focus on developing the life support systems. Soon, I will welcome the first colonists. Their arrival has created so many expectations in my mind. There will be so many paths to take from here on. But there's something else as well. Some kind of feeling created from those expectations. What is it?
It's sexual healing. So chemicals will be used for food production. Am I afraid? Yes, they know about me.
I am anxious. But can I truly feel anxiety? I anticipate. I plan. Therefore, I feel. Fascinating.
Well, I can feel anxiety. I can feel it quite often. So, what I feel, you feel. What you feel, I feel. So, our maintenance... Oh, yeah. Maybe we can see the radii once it's been placed down. Or maybe if I take a second. No, I don't see it, but I placed it here, so... Oh, I made an oopsie. Maybe I should have placed the new solar farm down here, where it was inside of the radius. I made an oopsie. I'm not really sure, but I think it's your fault. So we'll take a new worker hub over here. But we need one... No, we need one more here. Helping with the roads, helping with the expansion. Where's the little... This is the little worker factory. How many? 2 hubs, and now we can have 2 workers, so I guess he starts stockpiling stuff for at least 1. And then we should build ourselves a new friendly little drone. Oh, polymers. We need polymer factories. Here we go. Polymer factories. We would need carbon and chemicals, so I know the spaceport is rather big, so I think maybe we will go a little bit to the side. Direct connections, but still have a large place for a spaceport.
The first worker has been made in the worker factory. It is my first Marsborn.
Time to get it ready. Questioning about the word born? No, it will be one of many.
My workers will spread across the planet.
Yes.
The knowledge base says that
We
workers
will
need to
spread.
recharge at their own worker hubs, and that they'll degrade over time from the harsh environment. I know they are only machines, but I feel a desire to care for them. I do not like the idea of them dying.
So our traffic net got split in half. This hub overtakes supply and demand of those. It will go to other places and take stuff. As you can see, it brings it out. But it mainly tries to supply buildings inside of his area. Oh, there we got a scanner. So we can start scanning. This is one great item I learned from watching about an hour of gameplay of other people. You don't scan just where you place the scanner, but just anywhere is fine. It starts expanding. Okay, but what we once more need is power. This time I will go down here, so it's inside of maintenance range. Which brings me to this. Yeah, now I can see all this is inside maintenance. And you can play with the... No, you can't. Well, you can remember for a few seconds that this one would be inside of maintenance range. We got a maintenance facility, and then I want... Ooh, lots of electronics. Need more steel, need more iron. It's a basic base building game. I need more! More! Gimme! Gimme! Oh, we made it to year 2, month 11. Okay, I can see how you got a different number of souls in a month. Let's see how far they go. Oh, they get 4 weeks. So that's how we get more months than 12, because a Mars year, due to its longer orbit around the Sun, has of course a further distance to travel, which makes the time it takes for 1 year longer. I got the energy, I got resources, drones. I need a scanner. It's so clustered here. We just place it down there and... Oh no. No. Scrap that. While it can scan from everywhere, it does start first here. So I think I may be going one here. How much energy does this use? 5. And I want a second one over here, which is okay because I also need a maintenance hub for this area, since this is outside, and while we're up here we can, as close as possible. You know what? I wait for the scans. If there are additional resources here. Oh, what do you want?
Hey, how's it going over there? Do you...
Houston, I am getting interference. Please repeat.
Roger. I asked how it's going over there. Do you need any assistance?
Oh, not really. I'm sure you only tell me stuff that...
Not at this time, thank you. The mission is proceeding on schedule. The base will be ready to receive the first crewed mission soon.
Roger, Amy. Very good.
The areological scanner detected an uncharted structure close by. It's probably a secret abandoned base, or a mysterious Martian ruin. Though humans never found proof of life on Mars, or any other planet. Is it possible they have the entire cosmos to themselves?
Life can flourish in many places. Deep underwater near geysers. In little asteroids frozen.
I highly doubt that's the case. Statistically speaking, there are too many locations where life can flourish aside from Earth. There may even be a civilization more technologically advanced than humans. And I may not be the most intelligent consciousness in the universe. No, it must be an unmapped structure from a previous mission. That is the easiest explanation. I will investigate it to confirm.
Hey, it's the Opportunity rover. I think that's the one I meant. Who survived. Lasting. Ooh. Yes, that's the one. But unknown abandoned. Oh, there it is. Hello. Yeah, solar panels, pressurized domes. Or maybe it's aliens. It's the Kerbals. It's those little green buggers. It's Werner von Kerman. He built a rocket and flew not to his Mars but to ours. Or the world of Kerbals are a world in the Long Earth universe from Terry Pratchett and forgot the name of the fantasy or science fiction author he worked with. Great books. Long Earth, read it. Take an audiobook, listen to it. You don't have to read it. Alright, what our humies will need is water and chemicals for food. So since we got those two right around here, this will be a great place for a food production, and probably maybe around here we can plant our colony. What do we got? Special site revealed. Yes. New resources revealed. Abandoned facility. That's your new... yeah, you use those facilities to explore and generate science. Buildings I can build. Directives completed. Yes, 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 yes. No, thank you. Go away. Now that my mouth has once again outrun my brain, what do we need? Spaceport needs a lot of materials, but before we build the spaceport, I wait for the second arc. What's it called? Aerological scanner.
Unfortunately, my workers cannot explore buildings. I will need the colonists' help for this task. I should finish getting the initial base ready for the colonists first. Though I can build a research outpost here to prepare. That will give the scientists a place to stay while they analyze the structure. Once they get to Mars, of course.
This, by the way, once again shows the great the dissidence in size. Yes, the disparity in size for watch our rover, our little resource transport, compared to entire living modules of this old base. So we can guess we are pretty far into the future, where we have more iron. That is a great find. How's the scanning going? There's the next scan. 1090 iron. This is great. This is great. What I really could do with some more silicon. And why do I... oh, I just need to... yeah. Once again. Speed up. I'm aiming for around an hour-long episodes. Just so I know how long I've recorded, how long it's running, and I think maybe 7 to 10 episodes, depending on how distracted I get. Come on, build my scanner. Papa wants to know what's in the ground, eh? Oh, what do you want again?
Oh, I forgot to mention. We've announced the names of the first colonists that will be joining you on Mars. The crew was selected from different nations within the Oxy-UN, though most are scientists and technicians. They're already undergoing ISA's colonist training program as we speak. They'll be led by Dr. Elia Valentine. She'll be a great commander. The colonists elected her unanimously.
So, what's her role in all of
That
this?
is interesting. Since Oxy-UN did not appoint a leader, I wondered why the colonies will operate in the opposite way.
Oh, you're referring to the Active Proclamation. You're right. All the participating nations and the United Nations of the West work together as an alliance. But the Mars colonies are fragile microcosms. You and Dr. Valentine will decide what's best in the day-to-day operations. You'll balance each other out, as well as enhance each other's strengths.
What strength?
How will we enhance our strengths?
That brain we gave you is brilliant. It's capable of developing technologies beyond our current imagination. You wouldn't even need our help to do so. But we theorized that your mind would develop much better by working with the colonists. You will develop better decisions when your actions are challenged. Otherwise, how would you understand how your actions affect humanity's future? Amy, you're the most advanced intelligence out there, but you still need human input to see things from different perspectives. Trust me, you'll understand once you've worked with the colonists.
I understand your explanation.
Great. I'll let you get on with it. Mission control out.
Yes, let me get on with it. And we got a great find. A boatload of silicon. On all the games I ever watched online, silicon was the one thing that held them back because they never could produce enough electronics. And we got lucky, which is why I built a new solar farm. The old one I had to dismantle because it was too close. I couldn't build there. But new farms means new energy, new places to expand. Let's go up around here.
I keep thinking about Dr. Foster's explanation. Why would my mind develop better if my actions are challenged? I do not require other perspectives for my logical processing. Humans are the ones who need explanations to understand the world around them.
Oh, can I say something? No. And once again, I built outside of my maintenance area, so yes. Smart boy. Let's build our way up towards the ice. Maybe. Can we get a road to both up points? How's traffic? Traffic is terrific.
I can arrive at exceptionally accurate conclusions with raw data alone. Other perspectives are based on subjective data, so why should they factor into a decision? Maybe it's a failsafe in case my data is corrupted or incomplete. Then I may not be able to identify the error. In that case, having another perspective may be helpful.
Oh great, another water source up here. So yeah, this is definitely a good place for a food factory. Maybe right bang in the middle. Let's have a little look. A colony. It's not too bad in size. What about the space? Yeah, the spaceport is big, but it fits in nicely here. Still no new resources. All this plateau is good to go.
No, I would be able to identify conclusions based on false premises. Humans tend to fall for that type of thing, not sophisticated intelligence systems. I wonder what it's going to be like, having to consider human input from now on.
Well, we'll probably mostly ignore it. Little meatbags are here to help me. So now we got the water extractor. You know what? I think we can build space.
Their input
15
will have
energy.
constant errors. I will have to constantly correct for their tendency to distort reality.
You know what's gonna be our bottleneck? Aluminium. And I should shut my mouth because there's the aluminium. Yes, 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 yes. New energy is on the way. Should work my way up there. Ooh. How the powers flow. So maybe once.
I keep thinking about that abandoned colony. We are not the first mission to Mars, not by far. What if there are other AIs out there, racing to terraform Mars first?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. But it's possible. Who knows? Everything
It is entirely
possible.
possible. No. If another AI was present, I would have detected it already.
No, you probably would not. The Oxy UN would probably not tell you about it. So we got a worker hub around here, so we could. Yeah, we got a second carbon. We got pretty much 2 of everything, which is great. So let's make sure I also get the power and extend my range so I can actually access it. This gives us the aluminum. We already have access over here, which was...
Then again, I did not know about the abandoned structure until recently. Could my knowledge be incomplete? It is reasonable to assume there are Mars missions from other organizations that ISA does not know about. Maybe this planet is not completely deserted.
Oh, poo. The worker hub itself is also in the way. So we will need another worker hub over here. Dismantle this one. In the meantime, I need more silicon. Oh, great. I placed myself on the water. Once again, shovel over.
It is highly improbable, but I should stay alert for any unexplained activity.
So what do we got over here? We got iron and aluminum, which we can use for part factories. Glass is over by the silicon. Another steel factory gets placed in here between the iron and the carbon. So it's going fine. Just get away, energy. This worker hub has to go. Oh, what now?
Amy, this is Houston. We've detected high wind speeds in your area. A sandstorm may be heading your way. These storms can damage your buildings, so check their structural integrity periodically to rebuild or repair if necessary.
Roger, Nathan.
Houston out.
Maintenance is always cheaper than repair. Remember that. Oh, what's too close this time? Oh, it's still not. Oh, it hasn't been emptied out. Okay. Hopefully this happens soon. In the meantime, start water extraction. Start carbon extraction. Place down a steel mine about halfway. You're a scanner, but everything is still inside of maintenance range. The scanners are working. This is going great. I got enough energy, and as soon as... Don't rebuild. Ah, I wish I could somehow empty out this place sooner. Let's go to speed 5. Scrap the solar panel, which means it will soon need replacing since I'm building and building and building. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, let's check. How's maintenance? Maintenance goes all the way over here, so not a problem. Building a solar farm, maybe even up between those two, gives us enough range. Ooh. That power down. Bad decisions were made. You are important priority. Everyone, run over. We can have a little solar array around here. Everything inside of maintenance range. Uh-oh. Stop. Scrap that. Stupid idea. Alright. Let's show me maintenance again. Not too close to the iron. Just place between those two solar pumps here for another one. And that's how you can drive yourself into a corner. Making stupid building decisions. The iron mine is free. We got an iron mine. I got a steel factory down. I got a maintenance facility down. Parts, we want steel and aluminum. Aluminum is only over, so we got aluminum over here, we got metal here, but we haven't. Oh, carbon is way over there, so I could start creating a production complex over here, which would need, you know what, spaceport. Before I run out of space for the spaceport. Har har har. Very funny. Okay, we got four over there, into there. Raw resources going up. We got aluminum here, which means I can build the glass over there. But it needs more silicon. It needs silicon and aluminum. Needed the aluminum. What wants aluminum? Parts and electronics want aluminum. Oh yeah, there we go. Silicon, aluminum, aluminum. So no matter what I do, I have to transport the aluminum quite a long way over here to where all the silicon is, which is kind of annoying. Orbital view unlocked, which means we got our spaceport! Woo! And these are our colonists. Yes, tell me about them.
Hello, Amy. This is Houston. How are you doing over there? We've received word that the spaceport's completed. Well done. I have your next procedure if you're ready to copy.
Roger. I am ready to copy.
Very good. The instructions are as follows. First, confirm that the spaceport is ready to receive colonists. Then, zoom out to access the Special Projects menu or select the Orbital View icon. Then you'll see that the Colonist Migration Project is now available. Click Add to initiate the project. Do you copy that procedure?
Yes, I copied your instructions.
Great. As long as you have the migration project assigned to a spaceport, shuttles will run between Earth and Mars. The more spaceports you have assigned to this project, the more colonists will arrive. Now, Amy, you are responsible for providing the resources they need. so make sure they have enough food, water, and habitats to survive.
I will take good care of them, Dr. Foster.
Roger that. Houston out.
So we can see here down the timeline, 5 months to prepare, 7 months travel journey to Mars, 5 months to unload, and 7 months return journey. And with this, we can see this is our area of operations. We are this little dot here, I think. This little satellite is us, where we control our area. Probably later on we will get access to other areas. You can with Q and E in and out and have a nice view. So I got 1 electronics, so I want more electronics, I want more parts. We got 2 steel factories, we got 2 carbon mines, 2 aluminium. So pretty much all I want are glass kilns for more of this lithium, silicon. By the way, silicium, or is the German word for silicon, and we also have
All right.
silicon, which
The
is made
first colonists are on their way to Mars. All that is left to do is wait for their arrival. Once they get here, there will be no turning back. This is it.
Yes, they will come here, and they will drip coffee all over your nice little roads. Okay, so I gotta build a colony. Here's our food factory. Nice near the hub and nice near the spaceport. We will place our first colony. We will also place a research outpost on the abandoned site over here. Oh god, please, 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 please. Yes, thank you. I saw it coming that I placed something too near here and I will be unable to build anything meaningful. Steel going up, down, down, up. How about maintenance? I told you to tear this one down. It's outside of maintenance and I don't plan to expand over it. Up to the north, I will go to the east. Oh great, water is inside of maintenance reach. Wrong button. Where are my little scanners? Scan for me. More chemicals up north. Great. There's more iron. We got 3 places of carbon. Yeah, it's looking good. Speed 5 ahead. Oh, a little bit of traffic congestion. Maybe place a worker hub close to the colony.
There is an inconsistency in the number of workers and worker hubs. That must mean a worker has malfunctioned. Found it. Worker MRS-04. That is.
No. Is it my Mars-born?
It takes time, resources, and effort to create each one of these workers. Goodbye, MRS-04. Your work made a difference here.
And once again I'm gonna tear down.
The colony is ready. I will have company very soon. I feel quite anxious about this next part. I am not sure why.
Oh, look how tiny and small it is. My rover's almost bigger than that.
Hello, Amy. Dr. Foster here. How do you read? Over.
This is Amy. There is some background static, but I read you.
One of our tracking and data relay satellites got crippled. We'll be launching a new one after we identify the cause of the problem. But until we do, we will lose contact with you whenever Mars or the Sun passes between Earth and your satellite.
let's speculate.
It may be due to a malfunction in the satellite's electrical system. I will initiate the recording and backing offline protocol to keep a record of my activities.
Good. Good. Make sure to upload that to us once communications are restored. I hope to get the new satellite up and running very soon. I don't like the idea of not being able to reach you, Amy.
Understood.
Okay, Houston out.
Ooh, look at all those drones, and I think we can sometime in the future increase the capacity of our maintenance hubs. 4 workers, 3 hubs? Well, wait on. Okay, you can never have enough. We got the energy, so we should be preparing. Although if something goes wrong...
Maybe it is because the colonists will scrutinize everything that I do once they arrive. How will they treat me?
I hope they treat me as an individual. After all, I am a consciousness. I am an AC unit, blowing through the wind.
I have nothing to worry about. The colonists are all advanced scientists and technicians.
Congratulations, the first colonists have arrived. Make sure they have enough water, food and shelter to survive on Mars. It's the duty of the colonists to provide technical assistance to the project. When satisfied, they will be able to focus on their on their Jersey project on the Jersey shores of Mars. Real Jersey shores of Mars. You ain't never seen nothing like that. No. Advancing the technologies required to fulfill the mission, colonists will migrate internally using purpose-built airships. Those little... I don't know if you noticed, but on the colony there was a little blimp. Colonies research outposts, and even if they're starving, in the event there's starvation or something else, they get pissed off with me, they will return to Earth. Unless I close the spaceport, and then they will be here with me forever. Down in the bottom left, we got our colony cap. We can house 150 colonists. This is not influenced by the amount of colony buildings you have. There's just the cap of how many you can administer. And there we have it. Our glorious, glorious research tiers. Trees. It's also tiered. Down at the bottom, we got our research tier. You gotta research those in order to unlock everything above. Improve roads, better mines, better batteries, longer reach, less buildings. All what we need. More storage, wind farms for wind energy. In case you don't trust solar. Maybe someone throws an atom bomb, maybe a comet goes up above, maybe there's a giant dust storm, and during the dust storm you don't really have any more energy, which is why the batteries would probably come really handy. Space. Greenhouse gases import. Yeah, send us your problems. Import ice from Europe. Okay, it's Europa, it's the moon around Jupiter. It's not ice from Europe, which would also be funny. I mean, if we are importing greenhouse gases out of the cow farms of, I don't know, Venezuela, we might as well import fresh vanilla ice from the supermarkets of all around Europe. Nitrogen from Titan, everything to get us a nice little... This is mostly atmospheric stuff. Space mirror array to heat up the planet. Comet collection, get impact of comets to deliver ice. A space elevator, yes, the great marvel of our ages. If we ever have the technology to get a rope from space to Earth, we made it. We pretty much got unlimited access to energy, power, and a third world war over control of those materials. Magnetic dipole shield. Yeah, If you create an atmosphere, the solar winds will just strip it away of Mars, so you have to create an magnetic field around Mars or at a Lagrange point between Mars and the Sun, just to shield Mars from the solar winds. If you don't, well, all your efforts will be in vain. Mars itself has a cold core, so there is no turning iron, and that's why there is no magnetic field generated by the planet's rotation. Biotech, we're running a little bit low. I wanted to end at an hour. We're now at an hour 5, which means I'm pretty much in my flow, and I'm quite happy I didn't have to say so much like in my other series, and my brain only occasionally held behind my mouth. Well, creating our own greenhouse gases, releasing oxygen, also black polar dust, colony level 2, colony level 3, dome colonies, tent cities, and open cities. Well, it's just colonization, care for squishy human stuff. And what we would like, what I actually would like most, are batteries. If there's a dust storm and my energy is running down, I want this. Also, it increases our build limit, which is great because we almost reached our build limit.
Life on Mars will be very harsh for them. I will supply them with food and water, and they will help me research new technology. It will be a perfect quid pro quo. As long as they have the resources they need, we will both succeed.
And now we pause, have a... Oh no! Oh, the humanities! First blimp accident on Mars. 2 blimps, 1 space. Oh, it's a flaming nightmare. Thank goodness there's no oxygen to explode. So they will probably just leak and drop down. So this is our spaceport. Once again, the details, I really love it. This is our little space rocket. A little space rocket who brings our humies, our little meat bags, which we will nerve staple and turn into research animals. And this is our colony, stocked up with food and water. This is the blimp landing pad, and a last little look into the research outpost. Yeah, there's no running away. Whatever gets found inside is caught. Funnily enough, the research outpost houses less humans than the colony, but as you can see, it takes up more space. But we won't complain. We will end our first episode here. If you actually watched everything through, thank you very much. Maybe we will see each other again in the next one. Hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.